Hey everybody, it is Kaylin here at Full Purpose and Heart, and it is curriculum time. I am really excited. I love curriculum. I love learning about it and studying it and looking through it. So especially when it's curriculum season for those of us who are homeschoolers, I really enjoy seeing what other people are doing with their kiddos for their homeschool year, what kind of curriculum is being used and is out there and all that good stuff. So the purpose of this video isn't necessarily an in-depth look of each of the curriculum pieces that I have chosen, but more just a quick overview of all of the subjects that I'm using to give you an idea of some things that are out there or some things that you may want to consider or are considering. If you're looking for more like of an in-depth look of each of these pieces, then you'll want to check some other videos that I have in my YouTube channel. Like little look in the book type things. I call them previews so that you can like look through the materials or the pages and kind of see what is inside and what it all looks like if you're looking for more for that kind of a video, okay? So let's go ahead and get started and I'll show you all the good stuff that I've got going on. Okay, so it's kind of hard to start these videos. There's so much when it comes to curriculum and so much that I want to show you and talk about, but I don't want to make this video 37 minutes long. So I'm going to try and condense it and not over-inform you of everything. So I'm going to go in the order that we go in our school day. It will help me just make sure that I touch on everything that I've got here and that I want to show you. So the first thing that we do is gospel study. I call it gospel study because I am a member of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. Our nickname is the Mormons, if you've heard of us, or maybe you are one. And anyway, so we have lots of different books that we like to study from. We study from the Holy Bible, which is the Old Testament and the New Testament. We study from the Book of Mormon. We also study from the words of our modern day prophets and things that are being said through like conference talks and that sort of thing. So our curriculum is going to cover a various degrees of subjects from various stuff that I'm getting fit, okay? If that makes sense. So the first thing that we're going to be doing, I have so much to say, but I'm trying to make sure it makes sense. Okay, so last year we did the Word of Life Ministries daily devotions, and I think it focused mostly on the New Testament, and it was awesome. I'm actually considering doing that again this year, but before I commit, I wanted to try something new. So what I did is I went down to a bookstore. It's called Deseret Book, and it sells lots of materials and such that go with the church. And I picked up one of these coloring books. Now, if you're not a member of the church and you want to have something similar to this, they have the coloring pages for all of the standard works. So they have them for the New Testament and the Old Testament as well. Don't quote me on that. I think that they might just have the New Testament. But you can get them. I'll send a link down below where you can look for these. And they're just really awesome, like little activity pages. And what I liked about it is on the bottom, there's like a chapter or a scripture reference. Now, this is the Book of Mormon. This is another testament of Jesus Christ that we study in our faith. And so it has like the scripture reference on the bottom. It does that as well for the other standard works and books as well. So what I plan to do is just to read that chapter like as a read aloud while these keep my kids' hands busy. So they can just color the page. Now there's not a lot of pages in here. There's only 32 pages, so that's not gonna last us, you know, it'll last us about a month, but it's a good kind of little introduction and it has like some nice busy hand work that I like. The other thing I'm gonna do, which I don't have with me here, is to get the Friend magazine, and I've mentioned it a couple of times on my channel before, but I'm gonna do another video that'll kind of show you a flip through. The Friend magazine, we are studying the Old Testament this year, so that's awesome for everybody that likes to study the Bible, and it just has a lot of really great character stories and activities and I don't know, lots of good stuff. So I'll make sure and do kind of a look through of that on another video so that you can see what those ones are, but it's super inexpensive. They're $1 a month to have delivered to your home, and they just have really great stories and activities and character building messages that I want to share with my kiddos. So we're going to be doing those like a story a day and work through that magazine, and we'll kind of see how it goes. It's not as structured as the Word of Life Ministries was, which we did last year, but I'm looking forward to it. So hopefully it'll be a good hit. Okay. So that's our gospel study. The next section I'm going to talk about is our language arts portion. We have chosen to go with Horizons again this year. We went with Horizons last year. If you followed my channel and you followed our year, I really did enjoy it. I kind of had a few ups and downs, but I decided to go with it again because the pages are colorful and the lessons are shorter in level 1 than they were in the level K, whereas in level K they were like 3 pages, which would be like 6 pages front and back on the longer lessons. These ones are mostly 1 page front and back each. So I really liked it. We're gonna give it a try. Anyway, so that's for that. And then I'm also gonna go with a spelling program. This spelling program I found on Teachers Pay Teachers. It's called, I don't know, spelling work probably. Anyway, and so each month they have 4 weeks and it just has like their spelling word list. And I was really looking at some other curriculum that were out there and it appeared that the kids were just writing the words. It was just spelling lists and mom would just like say the words. So this is a little bit more independent in that each page is a different activity for the kids to do. Some of them are, I don't know, a little more creative or colorful. Not that the printing is colorful, but that they use like crayons or whatever. Anyway, so I decided to go with this just because it seemed a little bit more independent and kind of fun. And to be honest, I thought that the pages were super cute. So I got a comb binder and I made these. This is all just like you printed at home or whatever. So I printed off 2 books. He's got one for August and one for September. And he'll do kind of a word list a week and kind of learn how to spell those words. It's just... Anyway, so I thought it was fun. So he'll be doing those 2 things for language arts. And then we also have reading. We're going to continue with the same reading program that we have right now, which is just he reads for 15 minutes a day with a parent or a partner or whatever, or by himself. We just read books we get from the library. I do some read alouds. Right now we're reading Treasure Island. So anyway, we get lots of reading in as well as a part of the school day. The next part is math. We're going with Horizons again. We did Horizons last year. Again, the pages are colorful. The lessons are front and back. They are structured a little bit different, as is the English, whatever it's called, phonics and reading program. So I'll make sure and show you the difference between level 1 and level K in another video so that you can see kind of how the progression has changed. But I do like this program. I especially like their math program. I think it suits us really well. And I am trying to encourage some more independent work. So I decided to go with Horizons because I think that he can do a lot of the work on his own after we do like an overall like teaching lesson and teach the concept, then he can do it on his own. I also really like that Horizons is a spiral teaching study. So anyway, so I decided to do that. And then I've purchased these Kumon telling time and dollars and cents. And we're just going to do additional practice for time and money. Along with the Horizons, if you followed my channel over the course of our kindergarten year, you probably picked up that we were struggling a lot with time and money. We are still struggling with time and money. I feel like the Horizons kind of gets back to it, and just as my son starts to pick it off, they kind of drop it off again. And I get lazy and I don't supplement it, so... Anyway, first grade, we're going to be supplementing this really well so that we can get those coins and dollars and all that stuff added up. All right, let's talk about science. Some of you have already know this, but I've decided to go with the good and the beautiful for science. We are going to do the social studies unit at the beginning of the year, and then in the second semester, we're going to be doing the human body. I haven't purchased the human body yet, but I did go ahead and get the social science one. And I went ahead and made this science journal. I am super complimented and really surprised how many of you have liked my science journal. I shared this when I showed you guys kind of a look through of the social science curriculum. And I had a couple of people ask for me to make it available. So it is on my website. And if you're interested in it, you'll want to check over on this video where I do a look through of this curriculum and you can see how I used it and look at it. But thank you to those of you who have downloaded it and have complimented me on it. I do appreciate it. I am surprised. It's I just made it for my kids, so it's not perfect. If you're looking for perfection, go somewhere else because we don't do perfect here. Just kidding. You're welcome here even if you're looking for perfection. Okay, so that's that. Oh, and I have had some people ask, I'll go ahead and just mention this. When we go ahead and do our human body unit, I will be making another science journal for the human body. So if you are looking for that, I will, when I make it, I'll put it up on my website, but that probably won't be for a little while. So depending on when you watch this video, you can check my website and see if it's up yet, but probably won't be until about, I don't know, November or so of 2018, okay? All right, this is gonna be our geography unit. For history and for social studies, this is my most favorite subject, so I've really been kind of struggling with deciding what curriculum I'm going to use. I haven't totally selected the right book that I want to build lessons from, but I'm kind of toying with two different ones. So I'm not gonna say it out loud, but it's one of two different curriculums, and I'm only gonna purchase the student textbook and workbook, and then I will probably end up building a unit around that. Just because I love history so much, it's just near and dear to my heart, and I don't know, it's just what's in me. But in addition to that, that'll be like that curriculum that I just spoke of will be probably twice a week. Once to twice a week we'll do that curriculum. This is gonna be a daily practice, and it is Daily Geography from Evan Moore. And I did a look in the book for this video a couple whatevers ago. So if you wanna look more in depth in this, but we're gonna start our school year with this for sure. So that's it. How long have I been talking to you? About 10 or 12 minutes. So hopefully it hasn't been too long. If you have questions about my curriculum or want more in-depth looks, make sure that you check in the description box below to see if a video has already been posted about it. I'll try and link them in the eye in the sky if there is room up there. And if you have a question, just feel free to put that in the comments section below, and I will try and answer any questions that I have for you. We are excited for grade 1 that is going to be coming up here in the fall, and all the good stuff that comes with homeschooling and teaching and all that stuff that makes my heart happy. Anyway, thanks so much for tuning in. Please feel free to subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so already. If you want to follow along on our year 1 journey, or if you want to check back on our kindergarten journey and see how that went and what we used and all that good stuff, I like to post lots of video of our homeschooling life. So anyway, thanks so much for stopping by, and we'll see you in another video.